The purpose of Regional Hearts is to begin building a community of practice, a place in which you feel your practice is held and that you are part of an intergenerational community of designers who are coming together in a way to support one another. Our regional design champions are in Leeds, Nottingham in the East Midlands, London, Bristol and Scotland, with a focus on Dundee. We've started there because in those regions we feel there is already a contingency of designers who are beginning to come together and make a network for themselves. We've appointed regional design champions. The designers who are taking on this role are really taking the lead in the way that they practice and finding really interesting models of sustaining how they work. We've decided to call them regional hearts rather than regional hubs, because it is about that support and that support across generations and to build a really sustained and supportive community. And we're going to do that based around a series of gatherings over the year leading up to the Prague Quadrennial, focused around food. Soups is the first event that will take place in January. Soups go all the way back to William Hogarth and Thomas Coram, and the idea is to gather a group of people around a simple, humble bowl of soup to talk about how they might affect change. Dinners is about brokering a very specific conversation, and that's a conversation between our venue partners in those regions and the higher education institutes in those regions, facilitated by our design champions. And what we're really keen to look at there is how you move through those scales of making work. Very often in a region, designers can become known for small and middle scale work, but that jump onto making a main stage production on a larger scale and understanding how a building operates is quite often absent or difficult to reach. So the idea is that we welcome the stranger to town, we welcome the designer from outside to town, we share a meal and we build that conversation as to how that transition might take place from small to middle scale to large scale and main stage work. So the final event of those three is Jellies. Jellies comes from the internet startup world. You announce a jelly in a co-working environment and that brings people together. In our case, we're going to use it as an opportunity to plan the next stage, and that's really about consolidating the community of practice that we've built in each region that should by then be seamlessly crossing all the generations, and thinking about how we might then develop that strength to go to Prague and to travel on to the next stage of what your regional heart might become.